People that like consent and large leftist political streamers, welcome to a brand new video. Oh, today we're cooking. Oh, today let's just say, chef is in the house. Hassan Piker currently 380% cooked. We have reached a new level of cooked that I did not think we'd see. Now, I was covering him mostly in regards to his blatant support of active terrorists around the world, because no one else wanted to call him out for that, because he would always say, I'm pro-Palestine, therefore I support the murder and rape of children. But now, we have reached a level of mainstream villainy I don't think anyone expected. Hassan Piker went to a Diddy party, and then he tries to blast other people for going to Diddy parties, and it was just revealed that he also went to a Diddy party. Allegedly, in my opinion. So, Content Cop happened. iDubbbz made a video. We covered that in Hassan is 370% cooked. That backfired immensely. But most importantly, I wanted to talk about Hamas Diddler. All right? This guy, this dude over here, we have reached a new zenith of content no one has ever expected. This will go down in history as one of the greatest entries of the How Effed is Hassan Piker franchise. So, let's get this party started, shall we? But first, I need to introduce the players. First, we have Destiny, the second largest leftist political streamer, currently involved in a lawsuit regarding to him allegedly sharing nudes of women without their consent to the internet. In the next corner, we have the third biggest leftist streamer, Vosh. Now, Vosh is very well known for being a big fan of cartoon, child porn, having sex with horses, and debating why the age of consent should be abolished. And our current gold star medalist, the #1 political streamer on the left, we have Hassan Piker, supporter of terrorists, lover of retards. He went to a Diddy party. Anyway, so let's just lock in. Let's get started. But first, a message from this series' biggest fan. Asmongold had nice things to say about the How Fucked is Hassan Piker franchise. So you have to realize that this is big, all right? The Hassan Piker fuck franchise is reaching new heights.
Bro, I've seen every once in a while,
True.
I'll watch one of his videos.
Yes, sir.
About Hassan, and it'll just be like a 40-minute video just talking magic.
That's what we're doing
the whole time.
Yeah, I guess, listen, the bar is low. If you're a retard that also went to Diddy parties and supports terrorists, I must say, yeah, we're going to be talking mad accurate shit. Also, hi, Asmongold. Enjoy your stay. I know that you're probably not going to react to a video like this because realistically, I don't think that you want to get involved in giant Hassan hate drama. But we are going to have to build this one up from the very bottom, and we are going to absolutely obliterate this man's asshole like he obliterated the assholes of all the women that he paid for. So, it all started with this tweet from a man named Dan. So Dan created a software like 10, 12 years ago, and that software was bought by Diddy's company. And that's as far as I remember it. I could be a little mistaken on the teeny details, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of what it was. This is long before Diddy ever was arrested, indicted, any of that shit. For those of you that are unaware, P. Diddy, big rapper dude, that dude is currently in prison for alleged sex trafficking and murder and like literally a million different fucking things that this man did to be in jail. I've covered this in the past. If you actually want to look at it, we could we definitely look into that shit. He's a rapper, but with one P, all right? Listen, I'll just be real here. That dude, scumfuck piece of shit. So, Dan kept getting harassed by Hassan because he called Dan the Diddler, because Dan made a company that was bought by P. Diddy like 12 years ago. Now, the thing is, this is a very long time ago. And he really didn't have any connection with Diddy personally. He just kind of sold him a software that's like literally fucking nothing. But Hassan still used that as an angle to essentially defame Dan and essentially insinuate that he is a sex pest. Now, I would know because Hassan also said this about me, yours truly. He said that I am, implied that I am a pedophile because I made a video like 10 years ago or 5 years ago where I showed YouTubers cringe hentai on YouTube, criticizing YouTube for letting the hentai be on YouTube and making fun of all that shit. because of that, he insinuated I am a pedophile. And obviously I got a lot of hate for that shit, but whatever. The Hassan hate's a daily thing. We eat that Hassan hate today because I'll be real, the Hassan Piker is fuck franchise is not making it itself, and no one is being as stalwart of a Hassan piece of shit, Epstein level criminal over here like your boy. So, and unfortunately, I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm here on vacation, but there's some Hassan diddling to diddle. So, in honor of Hassan slandering me, calling me a diddler, I want to be clear that only one of us has had sex with prostitutes, Hassan. True! Visited a brothel that was raided for human trafficking, Hassan. True! Begged to be at a Diddy party, Hassan. And this is a tweet from 2012 where Hassan said, I would love to hang in Diddy's Ciroc entourage and trickle down bang anything thrown his way. Dan says, I've never even met Diddy. More than I can say for Hassan, apparently. I appreciate him supporting React.dev. That's Dan's company that lets you delete tweets, but I would prefer him just not exploiting women. Now, this is an incredibly reasonable take to have. Now, Hassan Piker has gone to a brothel in Germany. He has paid for sex with prostitutes. That brothel was shut down. This is a fact. A lot of people contest it, but that brothel was shut down at a point. It was raided by the police for sex trafficking children. Not saying that Hassan's a pedophile, because every time I cover this in a video, you get these fucking news articles out there sucking Hassan meat to defend the largest leftist streamer and try to defame me in the process. There are tons of articles like that. That dude went to a brothel to have sex with prostitutes, and that brothel was later raiding for sex trafficking children, and also he went to a Diddy party. This is very exciting. I'm loving this. It's going to be epic. It doesn't get stopped. Now, Hassan got a little bit of a call out from Asmongold. Now, a lot of you may not be aware of this, but Asmongold is, in fact, the largest political donator to the How Fucked is Hassan Piker franchise. A lot of you... That was a joke. That was a joke. I'm just pissing off Hassan here saying this. Hassan won't mention me on his streams. I'm like his Voldemort. But unfortunately for him, Asmongold is famous enough that he has no choice but to bring him up. So anyway, I am the Hassan Voldemort, and I will remain the Hassan Voldemort. Now, Asmongold did a pretty reasonable take here.
The point is that when you start making accusations like this and you start calling people diddlers and stuff like this, like calling, Dan...
Yup.
Saltman a diddler.
He called him a diddler because he made a software that he sold to P. Diddy. All right, just for the record, that is nothing, but Hassan still jumped on that to insinuate he's a pedophile, and Hassan did the same thing to me.
Like, that's a big one, right?
Yeah.
That's a really big one.
Yeah.
And when you have tweets talking about wanting to go to Diddy parties after you're calling somebody else a diddler, it doesn't look good.
No.
It looks really, really, really fucking bad.
Yes.
And look, you get what you fucking deserve.
Yeah! The bald goat man has spoken. Oh my god.
You should have never said that.
Nope.
Should have never fucking said that.
Nope. Hassan is a walking example of karma. And when the Hassan Piker is fucked franchise hits 1,000%, that's when that motherfucker gets arrested for treason or some shit. I am just saying, bro. The Hassan Piker is fucked franchise will remain ticking until it explodes.
Massive fucking mistake. I feel like that's slander, honestly. It absolutely is.
It absolutely is. And he did the same thing to me. I mean, I've literally been there. I know the feeling. I've covered this previously in the Hassan Piker is fucked franchise. Literally the greatest franchise on the internet.
It 100% is. It's not even a question. Or implying you like lolly shit? Yeah, exactly, right? But
that is referring to me. That is the Asmongold's chat literally talking about me, because that's what he would say. He implied that I am into lolly shit, even though I've always said that I find it gross. Realistically, that dude's gonna fucking eat. He made his bed, and now he's gonna lie in it. Oh my god.
That was like fucking a month ago. So like, I'm not going to go into that. A lot of karma to that? Yeah, exactly. And
he implied that Asmongold's a pedophile. He implied that I'm a pedophile. He implied that Mutahar is a pedophile. He implied that Dan Saltman is a pedophile. But out of all of us, only one of us went to Diddy parties, and it was you. Oh, Hassan. Imagine being a terrorist supporter that also goes to Diddy parties. It's like, bro, dude, pick your lane. Only one S-tier crime per person.
Defamation per se. I think it definitely is. He's talking shit about liking anime. Well, I don't like lolly stuff either, which is like what was so weird about it.
True.
Is like, I talked about that 50 times. So like whenever he said that about me, I was like, well, what the fuck are you talking about? Like I don't even think this at all. It was like confusing.
Yep. Anyway, that is pretty awesome and epic. That's the Hasan moment. Now, I think Hasan doesn't realize something very true and real. Hasan is probably one of the most hated people, just generally speaking, for who he is. Like, when he thinks Hamas terrorists, he supports Hamas terrorists. Does he really think that the Hamas terrorists are going to support him back? Fuck no. They execute gay people, and Hasan is like a super wokey. You really think that shit's happening? He's a communist with a Gucci bag, got his Prada kicks, gotta have his swag. Bro is an unbelievable hypocrite, and as Asmongold said, he deserves what he's getting. This motherfucker calls everyone a pedophile, and it was all fucking projection. We're going to go through the timeline here. Hasan's Twitch chatters, having a normal one, said that Dan Saltman has probably fucked children repeatedly. That is a Hasan. This is in Hassan Piker's chat. This is defamation, and the guy is not banned, at least not to my knowledge, in Hasan's chat. Now, Hasan had an absolute meltdown because he was exposed for going to a Diddy party. Bro is having an absolute meltdown that people exposed him. Dude, it gets so much worse because there's an old clip of him admitting it that they found later. Check this out.
That I, a person who has direct associations with P. Diddy, am going to burn my company that works as a software tool that mass deletes your posts. I'm going to burn my software company's reputation by saying falsely, because this didn't even fucking happen. I never hired these services. I love Israel so much as a Diddy associate who loves Israel so much.
Do you see how evil this framing literally is? Is it unbelievable? This guy's framing Dan Saltman as a guy that loves Israel and supports Diddy, when realistically, Dan doesn't even really have stances on Israel that I know about, aside from we shouldn't kill Israelis like Hasan. Hasan is out there literally saying, from the river to the sea, let's kill all the Israelis in Israel. That is literally Hasan's shit. He thinks that babies in Israel are valid military targets for Hamas terrorists. He'll call out every time Israel commits a quote-unquote war crime, but the fact that Hamas terrorists murdered 1,200 innocent people, took hostages, and murdered babies, including murdering Palestinians that protest against them, Hasan supports those guys. Hasan will support the terrorists every single time.
And I'm willing to burn the reputation of my company by faking that I will hold on to clients' former content that we technically delete to hold as blackmail. That
he's going on like this whole tirade. You called me out for wanting to go to a Diddy party? Well, in actuality, I can't believe you're so obsessed with me that you would do that. Bro, it gets so much better. Hasan Baby Oil Piker has not only been to a Diddy party at least once, but apparently had intimate knowledge of them. So much so that when he heard his girlfriend was going to attend one, he broke up with her on the spot. Oh my God. Check this out, baby. The rabbit hole gets so much better. Oh, I am loving it. Dude, Hasan, fuck, dude. This guy is going to end up in fucking El Salvador super jail, and it's going to be a glorious day. Again, I'm not supporting the deportation of American citizens unless, they commit treason, support terrorists, go to Diddy parties. Basically the list. Oh, God, they so not like us, bro.
This P. Diddy party, and I was like, okay, you can go. You can go. I'm breaking up with you. So I broke up with her over the phone.
He broke up with his girlfriend over the phone because she wanted to go to a Diddy party.
Then and there. That was probably one of the worst ways I've ever broken up with someone. I was like, no, you can go. Like, have fun. We're no longer dating. I was in fucking traffic, too.
Yeah, so he dumped his girlfriend because she was gonna go to a Diddy party. So he knew what was going on in the Diddy parties, right? Like, we could all be on the same page. That means he knew it. I would, too. Realistically, I would, too, for sure. But I wouldn't go to a Diddy party. Hasan would. He's just a massive misogynist. He hates women and doesn't have any respect for women, which is another Hasan problem. He's a leftist. He masquerades as a leftist, but when women that get raped and they're Jews, he's like all good with that. That's like a classic Hasan moment. Remember, Hasan still currently to this day denies that terrorists rape innocent people when the terrorists admit they do it. He'll believe every terrorist propaganda in the world unless it's literal admitting of guilt from terrorists. And UN reports that say that it happened, he will still say, nah, bro, nah, dude. Nah, dude, no, none of that. I don't believe any of that. I only believe women when they're not Jews. Anyway, shout out to Hamas Piker.
Oh my
It gets better, though.
God, dude, that would be so sick. Yo, I know Diddy's into stuff like that 100%. He does
Interesting.
like crazy stuff like that.
I feel like
so.
if you fucked enough, it's like you kind of want to do some shit like that.
Yup. Just a nice classic old Hasan clip of him saying that he knows that Diddy is into fucked up stuff. So let's get this straight. He knows Diddy's into fucked up stuff. He dumped his girlfriend because she wanted to go to a Diddy party. And he went to a Diddy party. The Diddy stuff is about to go viral, and that's probably why he's extra sensitive. Destiny says he's even a better sex pest than me. Let's go, dude! The two retards fighting meme is so real. We are so back, boys! What a glorious day! What a glorious day! The Diddy parties are giant sex orgies with alleged trafficked women and children. The irony, dude, we are so winning. Hasan Diddy party clips have resurfaced. Dude, everyone is getting on top of this, as they should. This is insanity! It's insanity. Thousands of bottles of baby oil. Hasan called Trump a Nazi. Yeah, he calls Trump a Nazi. He called me a Nazi. So listen, we're all on the same page. All of us Nazis had to get together to fight against this guy that wants the death of all Jews in Israel. Hamas Diddy Piker. Anywho, it gets crazy. It currently is trending so hard on Twitter. It's creating stories for people. 2012 Hasan tweet sparks 2025 controversy over Diddy. It's getting big. It's getting big, bro. People are talking about it. Oh my God, dude. What a glorious freaking day. We keep winning. The Zionist freak who owns this app is a 60-year-old stalker of mine who literally got $1.5 million from Diddy and Co. as a founder of Tiny Chat, which is used frequently by sex trafficking pedos. This is the worst framing I've ever seen of anything literally in the history of time. I don't even know. I mean, I don't know if Dan Saltman's a Zionist or not, whatever. That's completely irrelevant. He's also not 60. He also sold an app to some celebrity. This isn't like he's part of a sex trafficking ring, but he still does this. He still does this. He's trying to get ahead of people realizing he went to Diddy parties by just defaming people. Hey, Hasan, we appreciate you purchasing our software but to delete these tweets, but we would really prefer if you don't exploit women instead. We're gonna refund you. Incredibly based. When Hasan gets this mad, it's always a confession. I agree. Hasan has zero self-control. Whenever he gets mad, you know he fucking did it. Again, I've covered this motherfucker for long enough to know. Also hilarious, since this pathetic loser has threatened to actually blackmail people who did use his service that criticized his podcast co-host, Destiny Epstein, for filming sexual partners and distributing the footage without their consent. A glorious crash out. Dude, God. On this Passover, I thank you for giving me this fucking gigantic Hasan crash out. Dude, literally two retards fighting. We cannot stop winning on this channel. It is insane. Ree! Destiny's a sex pest. Ree! And the posting doesn't stop. No! I never ever used this freak services, Lamau. Also, while I was tweeting this as a dumbass 20-year-old, the dude who owns a company was getting money from Diddy! Ree! For other website, Tiny Chat, that was used for pedophiles. What an unbelievable bitch. Dude, Dan Saltman made a chat site and sold it to Diddy before anything came out about him. Hasan went to Diddy orgy sex party shits. All right? Are we on the same page? And he's trying to flame the other guy like he's the bad guy. Dude, when I was 20, posting that dumb stuff. Oh my God, he keeps going. The crash out is legendary. Every day is Hanukkah, baby. When I was 20, posting that dumb shit, this guy who owns that app was 40, getting 1.5 mil funding from Diddy and Ashton Kutcher for his previous website. Dude, he is trying so hard to defame this guy. He is trying so hard to imply that his enemies are pedophiles so no one takes them seriously. This is like his classic bullshit defense. First of all, I get you were 20, but if you're 20 and you had sex with a child, wood chipper, baby, wood chipper. Anyway, that's a little too far. But oh my God, it's over, Hasan. Everyone knows. Hasan doesn't realize the Hassan Piker is fucked franchise is literally still going strong, despite what they try. He is trying his absolute best to damage control. But unfortunately, Hamas Diddy Piker is not getting away from the allegations on this one. But don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. Are you ready for a crazy twist and turn? A twist and turn the likes of which none of you have ever seen before in your entire life? Are you ready for a Lord of the Rings level plot twist? Are you ready for some Game of Thrones shit? Hasan admits he went to a Diddy party.
Oh my God. I did. I went to a Coachella after party.
Right.
Oh my God.
Right. Oh, he remembers.
Oh, that's right.
Don't worry, guys, because after this, I'm going to pull up the old clip of him talking about how cool and based it was.
I just realized. Yo. I remember, holy fuck, my mind just unlocked.
Right.
I thought it was weird as fuck.
Bro, I went to so many sex parties. Yeah, that sex party was weird. I don't even remember which sex parties I go to. I just fuck whatever moves. They're moving and I'm fucking. Sometimes they consent. Sometimes they might not. Who knows? We just fuck. Today's Oscar goes to Hasan Piker. Woo! Oh my God. I suddenly remember I did have sex with trafficked women. Allegedly. Maybe. I don't know if they were trafficked. It might have been consensual, Your Honor. It might have been consensual. Oh my God. I did go to a brothel that sex. Oh my God.
Kaya is literally fucking lowering the TV. Dude. That chatter is not wrong.
All right. He's all right.
This is, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. That's crazy. It's not even me humoring an online schizo. No, this is real. That's right. We went to a fucking after party.
Oh,
it was like,
yeah.
I think it was like me and Will.
Right.
And we were on legal substances.
Sure.
And I remember sitting in the back in a tent and they were beaming footage in the top of the tent. And it was like the first ever.
Yeah.
It was like the first ever reveal.
Right.
Of a fucking AI footage. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Because it was like a little girl and a little boy, and they were opening up a Christmas present. And I thought it was strange as fuck. I literally said,
yeah, it was so weird with the little children and shit. Yeah.
Alex Jones might be right, which is ironic because I thought it was the bad vibes then. What do you mean?
Then I thought it was weird. Yeah, I thought it was weird back then too, guys. I would never have sex with sex trafficked children, okay? I never.
Like, I don't know what they fucking clipped in that clip, but I very clearly was talking about how I thought it was a bizarre moment.
Yeah, that is a bizarre moment.
You revealed this information yourself. It was not uncovered somewhere. I know.
Bro, and the chat is like, bro, it's not like anyone needed to do some digging. You admitted it. You admitted it. Oh my God, what an unbelievable retard. S-tier retard detected. The Hassan Piker is fucked franchise is truly getting so much steam. Thank you all for the support. The more hate I get on a daily basis, the more I know the Hassan Piker is fucked franchise is ruffling feathers. Oh my God, dude. Dude, if I was Hassan, I would have called the cops. I wouldn't have even been there. I've never been to a sex party. All right? Never. I never had any will to do that shit. I'm way too into consensual sex. I know. Cringe. Right, Hassan?
What the fuck, bro? Stop talking. Stop talking or explaining it. Fully, dog. No one knows what you're saying. We'll cover this.
And the craziest part is his entire chat is basically hearing him admitting he went to a Diddy party, and they're like, no, don't admit it, don't admit it. Say that you had sex with children in Minecraft. Say that you had sex with children in Minecraft, Hassan. Just like how you only support terrorists in Minecraft.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah, so anyway, it gets funnier and funnier. That definitely explains his giant crash out. The fact that he actually knows it's true, knows this shit is about to get exposed, and know this is insane. Now, the memes are glorious. The memes are some of the best memes to ever have memed. Look at this shit. Oh my God, it's incredible. Dan Saltman showed up to the H3 subreddit to comment further and explain on Hassan going to the Diddy party. Look at this shit. So this is Dan, the guy who was basically called out to be a pedophile. None of it makes sense. He chose to attack me when he has literally gone to a Diddy party. You can't make this up. It's like calling someone a pedo when you have flown to Epstein Island, but then you say, listen, lots of people went there. It was a cool spot. Yes, the Hamas Diddy Piker defense mechanism. I just know I have never met Diddy, gone to a Diddy party, knew what went on at Diddy parties, paid for sex with prostitutes, gone for a brothel that was rated for human trafficking. which resulted in the arrest of a man who went to jail for human trafficking underage girls, called the police on my ex-girlfriend, made a show about how essentially to date rape women and objectify them, bro tips. That is a real thing, by the way. And a lot of you might not know this. This was Hassan was on his uncle's show, Chank, his uncle from the Young Turks. And before he actually made his streaming career go off, he had a show called Bro Tips, where he would basically teach you how to objectify women. He was like gay and lame Andrew Tate before Andrew Tate ever showed up. Yeah, that's another rabbit hole for sure. His audience buys it up. He can lie and say I created Tiny Chat for Diddy, even though I never met him and the site existed prior to him in others' investments. He never made the software for Diddy. Selling software to Diddy is not pedophilia. Criticizing hentai is not pedophilia. Reacting to some shit on the internet is not pedophilia. But meeting Diddy, going to Diddy parties, knows what's going on at Diddy parties, dumping your girlfriend because she went to Diddy parties, paying for sex with prostitutes, going to brothels that get shut down for human sex trafficking. Yeah, that's a lot closer to home. What do they say about people in glass houses? Oh my God, bro is getting mega cooked right now. 380% cooked. Holy shit. Now, I mean, listen. He respects women when they're not Jews or sex trafficked, I guess. I guess the list is increasing. Jews are not alone on this one. If you're a Jew or if you are a child that has been sex trafficked, you will not get the Hassan defense. Hell yeah, dude. Incredible shit. There is a banger tweet here. I wanted to show you this meme because there is an old clip of him straight up admitting that he did that. So check this out.
What? Are you denying going to a Diddy party? Of course I'm denying. This didn't happen. What do you...
So Hassan knows he's lying, and he's like, of course I'm denying I went to a Diddy party. Of course I never went to a Diddy party. Of course it never happened. Hooray! Of course I never went to a Diddy party. That would make me a pedophile. Of course not. All right, so he denies it immediately.
What are you talking about? Think.
Think, Mark. Think. Yeah, baby.
I walked into this like back like sphere looking thing in the back of like the house that P. Diddy was renting for his and was throwing after parties at Coachella, and they were playing like these crazy things for people who were high. Not me, of course. I had only eaten portobello mushrooms, and one of the images that they were playing was like this little girl, this like supposedly attractive, very young girl.
God, it feels good to win.
Like opening up a Christmas gift.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I did.
Whoa. Memory unlocked, bro. My memory was literally unlocked, bro. That's the context. Dan claims, hey, you deleted a tweet saying you wanted to go to Diddy parties. He's like, I never went to a Diddy party. They found an old clip of him saying he went to a Diddy party with supposedly attractive children. And then he said, oh my God, he's so right, of course. But no, it wasn't that bad. It was cool. Let's roll the clip one more time for my own personal self-amusement.
What? Are you denying going to a Diddy party? Of course I'm denying. This didn't happen. What are you talking about? Think. I walked into this like back like sphere Epcot looking thing in the back of like the house that P. Diddy was renting for his and was throwing after parties at Coachella, and they were playing like these crazy things for people who were high. Not me, of course. I had only eaten portobello mushrooms. And one of the images that they were playing was like this little girl, this like supposedly attractive, very young girl, like opening up a Christmas gift.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Oh my God.
All right, yeah.
I did.
Whoa. What? Yeah, this is easily the greatest arc of all time. Hamas Diddy Piker. Bro, I thought we reached the peak where he was like denying rape and supporting terrorists. But nah, dude, the gift that keeps giving. It turns out if you're a gigantic, amoral piece of shit that will support terrorists raping and torturing women and children, then it turns out you're an amoral piece of shit probably in other contexts also. And the irony is, I know you're going to say, there was this Democratic senator named Josh Shapiro. His house, he's a Democrat, left-wing guy. His house got firebombed. Everyone immediately blamed Trump supporters. His house was firebombed by a pro-Palestine protester. You cannot even make this shit up. It is it's mind-boggling. It's insane. You can't make this up, bro. Oh my God. In other news, once we're talking about our gigantic victory laps, iDubbbz made a content cop on H3, which I covered in the Hassan Piker is 370% fucked. It has more dislikes than likes. It truly has more dislikes than likes right now. Hassan does not realize his entire community is cooked. It is closed off. Everyone that knows about him hates him. Good. It should get this many dislikes. Absolutely should make this amount of dislikes. Now, the irony is, someone made a pretty epic meme. I just wanted to wrap this up on a pretty great meme of Hassan from the content cop. This one's pretty fire.
Wakey, wakey, Ethan. Wake up, Ethan. Wake up. Time to be awake, Ethan.
Yep.
Wake up, Ethan. This is no longer a dream. This is a nightmare. Even the dumb bitch is telling you to wake up. Wake up. Wake up, Ethan. Ethan, wake up. Wake up. Ding, ding, you up? Yeah. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Now come back.
Got content yet, chat. I'm a Joker.
Solo.
Akaba Judah.
Wake up. Wake
Oh,
up,
Lord.
Ethan.
Yo, this is not nice. What?
Mr. Beast. Fuck you, Ethan.
It's too good, man. Jabba the Hutt really thought she cooked. Yeah, so anyway, Hassan keeps taking L's. He keeps losing. No one likes him. No one supports him. Anyone that knows about him thinks he's a retard freak. The retard freak show will continue until 1,000% fucked, where he is realistically either deported or in prison or some shit. I don't know. I honestly don't really care. On the one hand, I am definitely a morally virtuous person, and my morals are very consistent, I must say. So as a moral guy, I would say I don't want to see Hassan deported, but I do think it would be very funny if it happened, and I would laugh a lot. Right? Just want to make sure we're all on the same page here. Bro should get investigated. I don't give a shit. Throw the fucking book at this guy. Enough with this. Okay. For the last year and a half, you had people supporting terrorists because of the war in Israel. And I'll be honest, and I'm not gonna lie, all right? I'm not gonna lie. I had enough. Anyone that supports terrorists is a fucking freak and deserves to be called out as the fucking freak that they are. All these absolute fucking retard losers. Hamas started the war. Hamas should be eradicated. They're goddamn terrorists. They're monsters. They're vicious. And you could argue about circumstances all you want. They're raping and murdering children. If you support them, you're a freak. Now, I'm not talking about, like, you know, everyone in Palestine, all right? Because I know that's how this is going to get warped out of context. I am talking about Hamas terrorists. If you are supporting a Hamas terrorist, with all due respect, fuck you. You can rot. All right? And I will continue to make fun of retards as much as it has to happen. Now, I get a lot of hate for this, and I understand that people don't want to cover this as on depth as I do, but that's why we're here. I hope Asmongold enjoyed today's 40-minute roast session. I hope bro had a good chuckle while he was taking a shit or something. Thank you all so much for being here. And remember, if you went to a Diddy party and went to a brothel that was shut down for sex trafficking children and support rapist terrorists, you might not be a very good guy. Stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.